Right. So,
Whatever.
Don't catch it.
Oh God! I was like it was the most like you talk about uncomfortable interviews, dude. Like Levitar is Levitar is trying to interview this dude, and Bomani's just sitting there looking like, what the hell is happening? Like he's looking off to the side, like how much time we got left on this? Because this is painful.
Well, but
Jesus.
no, but that's the whole. That is the whole thing about it, man. Manny has never given a good interview period. Like
I don't doubt that at all.
Like ever. And it's like, the real deal is like they should, like I don't feel like he should even be doing interviews at this point. Like for real. Like he shouldn't even be doing interviews. Like, Floyd is recording, doing his all access thing. You know what I'm saying, for Showtime. I know Manny is doing it 24/7 for HBO, but that's the only thing the only cameras, the only anything that I would even be dealing with right now, man. Like, yeah, because the one thing that I wouldn't, and I'm sure what you think don't mean nothing to Manny, but it's like, you don't want to start creating doubt like that in people's mind. They're like, oh my God, like what?
Dude, he doing the most. This dude recording songs. He's recording his own walkout song. I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I'm good, dude.
Yeah, hey, boy, that was somebody was calling him the other day, Luke Pacquiao.
Man, that dude was on TV. That dude was on TV singing today. I was like, God, what the hell is happening right now?
Yeah,
it's like I have to watch it. It's like a train wreck. Like it's gonna be bad and bloody and guts and everything, and you see it coming, but I can't look away. I cannot look away from this train wreck that's happening on my TV. Jesus Christ! I was like, man, somebody just please pull the cord on the satellite feed so we could just say we had technical issues and we're moving on.
I mean, meanwhile, in the latest edition of Old Man Shut Up, Bob Arum.
Then that.
It is like, regardless of the outcome of the fight, if Manny loses this fight to Floyd, it doesn't even matter because, he's getting his campaign ready for 2020 to be the president of the Philippines.
Look,
like,
think about it. What's the best way to get from up under like $10 million in taxes? I just become president. Then I don't owe you nothing. I guess that's how it works in the Philippines. I don't know. Like Rob just mentioned the all access situation with Floyd and the thing that Manny's doing with HBO and all that kind of stuff. Floyd actually did sit down with what did I write down here? Yahoo Global with one Catherine Katie Couric. And he was very, very forthcoming, man. It was a very it was a cooler interview. It's one of those things now where I'm gonna let you guys hear some clips from it here in a second. But now I'm definitely of the opinion that everyone, especially you, my guy Rob Calloway, you're gonna be disappointed by this fight, man. I just truly believe you will be. I think the build up to it is probably going to be the best part of this fight. I don't think it's going to be anything that anyone expects it to be. You expect it to be this epic fight of the century type thing situation. I don't, man, because like when you hear these clips of Floyd is like a grown man now. He's not like Pretty Boy Floyd anymore. He's like Floyd Mayweather. He's like, with the what is that thing called? Those rich people put in their eyes, the little fake eyeglass that they put in one eye. Like the peanut dude. Like Mr. Peanut. Like he's like that. He's all like sophisticated and all.
Yeah. Little magnifying lens.
Yeah, he's all like that now. He's not even like that dude no more. So it's gonna be like one of those type of deals. I think everyone's gonna walk out of the MGM or wherever you watching the fight at, your pay-per-view situation, you're gonna be looking like, yeah, 6 years for that. I just have that feeling. Like I don't have any inside knowledge or anything. Obviously I wouldn't because no one can tell the future, but it just has that feel to it. And I want you guys to listen to these clips and tell me, and you guys can, like I said, always tweet us while you listen to this or Instagram us or whatever if you agree with what I'm saying. The first one is after Katie Couric asked him to describe Manny Pacquiao, and here's what Floyd had to say.
How would you describe him as a fighter?
Kind of reckless. His moves are not thought about. Good speed.
Now, I don't know, Rob, you can speak more to that. I know Floyd is a very defensive fighter. He has the whole shoulder roll thing that he does, and it seems to be, well, not seems to be, hell, he's 47-0, so obviously it's very effective. But based on what he's saying, you could hear that, right? You could hear him talking about Manny being a reckless fighter and not really thought out in his moves.
it's not about being reckless. What Manny Pacquiao does, what Freddie Roach has kind of taught Manny Pacquiao to do is fight from different angles.
Okay.
Most boxers, when you see them square up, you when you see them square up, I mean, it's just like a face-to-face type deal, right? But it's like, with Floyd, like, when you throw at Floyd and then he come with a little shoulder roll and then he'll come back with the counter. See, if you're quick enough, like, you can turn, you can either go to your left or you can go to your right, and then you can hit him at slight angles. And that's what Manny Pacquiao has become very effective at doing over, like, the past 10 years is fighting guys from different angles, like, Oscar De La Hoya, gave him, comes in, give him a certain kind of look, and he's trained for the fight Manny one way, but because Manny comes in and he knows how to fight at these different angles, he creates a situation. Like, De La Hoya quit. De La Hoya wouldn't even come out the corner. He was like, no, I'm not coming out the corner. I'm not fighting him no more. Because those are the problems that Manny Pacquiao creates, is that when you train, like how they're training for Floyd, right? Because they know that Floyd is going to fight one way. Like, Floyd don't have no other way of fighting. He only fights one way.
Yeah.
But when you train for a guy like Manny Pacquiao, you really don't know what you're training for, because once he starts fighting you at those odd angles, then you really find yourself defenseless. I mean, like the Miguel Cottos and the Ricky Hattons, and like I said, the Oscar De La Hoyas, and even Juan Manuel Marquez. I mean, he ended up, like, I think that was the fourth fight they had when he finally knocked Manny Pacquiao out. So
he was asleep.
So it was like the fourth fight, but it was like, all of these guys that Manny has fought. I mean, he is, really giving them problems, and that's going to be the whole thing for Floyd, is that Floyd really never fights southpaws, and the southpaws that he has fought, they don't fight like Manny Pacquiao, because nobody fights like him. That's what's so special about this fight, is that you got Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, arguably the two most special boxers of the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. I mean, Floyd's going to say what he want to say, and he's going to beat Floyd. I mean, now this whole teaching Floyd Jesus, I'm kind of disappointed in Manny. But
I've been telling you this for a while, dude. This dude is way too involved in that part of his life to be doing what he's doing.
But I think when it's time to fight, it's gonna be a different situation.
Dude.
And I don't think
All right.
Yeah, I do. I mean, and I don't think boxing fans are gonna be disappointed. The one thing that I am disappointed about is the fact that boxing fans are being charged $100 to see this pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute, because I've had that here in my notes and highlighted for like the last 2-3 weeks probably, and I had to dig back to find since April 2nd this has been here. So I'm gonna break this money thing out here in a minute. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be mind blowing. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather sat down with Katie Couric on Yahoo Global. It was kind of an all, everything out there on the table type interview, man. And she asked him about his situation as far as the domestic violence stuff goes, and here's what Floyd had to say about that.
I'm black, I'm rich, and I'm outspoken. Those are 3 strikes right there. Did I kick, stomp, and beat someone? No, that didn't happen. I look in your face and say, no, that didn't happen. Did I restrain a woman that was on drugs? Yes, I did. So if they say that's domestic violence, then you know what? I'm guilty of restraining a person.
So yeah, that's his take on the situation that's happened. Right. He's kind of maintained that same position since it happened, since before he was arrested and had to go to jail and serve the 60 out of his 90-day sentence. And I from what I can tell and see, he's grown from the situation. Because I talked about it earlier. It's like if you just hear him talk, it's like not even like I say, it's not Pretty Boy Floyd anymore. It's just Floyd Mayweather. It's like just a regular guy maturing.
But if this was anybody else, right? Like going back just to September. I mean, he was talking a lot about McDonald, right? But it's my opinion, right, that this dude like Floyd is focused on this fight because
and guess who's not? Guess who's not, Rob?
Well, I mean, you can't necessarily you can't say that.
This dude is cutting albums. He's cutting albums during the fight process, the training process.
Man, I mean, but this the song he coming out to. But that look, man. Look.
This dude's gonna get his ass whooped, dude.
But like for Floyd, like this is the biggest fight of Floyd's career. I don't, like hands down, because if he wins, then he's argued. Then the argument then shifts to not just during this era, but the whole sport of boxing, right? The history of boxing at that point, right? But if he loses, then he loses some of that luster that that undefeated record brings.
See, you did it again. You did it again. He actually talked about that. Let me hold your thought real quick. I'm gonna let the people hear what Floyd actually had to say about exactly what you're talking about. Whether he's worried about losing and what happens if he doesn't get his hand raised.
Nothing at all. I know I'm great. It's not bragging. I know I'm great. I got here somehow, some way. Doing the right things, pushing myself, believing. I'm a winner. I know how to win. Under any circumstances, I know how to win. Me having my hand raised, that don't define me as a man. So, no matter what anyone says about Floyd Mayweather, I'm a winner, in life. Not just because I was able to make hundreds of millions, because whatever I got involved with, I gave 100%.
And there you go. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I mean, for me, being a boxing fan, I'm one of these people that I'm kind of like, all right, I know that Floyd is concerned about the undefeated record. I mean, when they had the press conference, he talked about it. I mean, that he talked about Manny having, when you lose once, it's on your mind. And when you lose twice, it's on your mind. I mean, because it's like, for Floyd, he's never lost. But I'll be one of these people to say this. Just because you lose, that, like, Muhammad Ali is considered the greatest. And I talk about this all the time. Muhammad Ali is considered the greatest of all time in many eyes, right? Then you have, like, Sugar Ray Robinson, who was probably first and foremost on a lot of people's list. But, you got Muhammad Ali, who lost. But people nobody lost respect for Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? So, for Floyd to lose, like, I think in the grand scheme of it, I know he doesn't care about what the public thinks of him. I think that, it kind of, a loss kind of humanizes you. And, and then people might then start to take a look at your body of work. You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't they otherwise? Like 48-0 is 48-0. Why wouldn't they otherwise for an undefeated guy?
Well, he's 47-0 right now. And the real boxing fans, everybody's look. My biggest knock on his body of work is the fact that, he fought a lot of nobody during certain periods of his career, and then it was like the tougher fights that he had, he never gave anybody a rematch. Like this deal with Marcos Maidana in May and in September, like that really caught everybody off guard that he even fought that dude again in September, because it's like, it was other fights that were on the table. So people were kind of surprised because Floyd hadn't given anybody a rematch in like 12 years up to that point.
So when he doesn't give someone a second chance, like he's beating them, and now they deserve a second chance after he's beaten them, is what you're saying? And because of that, people should downgrade what his legacy is. Like, I don't agree with that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, it's been times like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Even with the whole Victor Cruz situation, right? How that fight played out, and he tried to headbutt Floyd and kept trying to hug him, and Floyd finally
he tried to kiss that dude.
Finally put him on the canvas, right? But even like after the fight, when the fight was over and they had both fighters in the middle of the ring, like Floyd told me, he was like, "Man, I'll give you your rematch. Like, you'll get your rematch." he never gave the dude a remake.
Yeah, other
You
stuff
know
came
what
up.
I'm saying?
Right, other stuff